What's up everybody, it's Chris Toro. There's a lot of footage of No More Heroes Travis Strikes Again out, and I wanted to take a closer look of that 15 to 20 minute PAX gameplay, just to see exactly how different this new spin-off or spinquel is from the original No More Heroes games. And of course there's a lot to live up to, since the originals were open world, with a complex storyline, and some of the most epic boss battles in recent memory. So apparently with Travis Strikes Again, Suda51 had a lot of game ideas, and decided to mesh them all into one, that being Travis Strikes Again. No More Heroes is known for its ridiculous themes, and tends to blend them all together to make a beautiful mix of tones that don't conflict with each other at all, such as Star Wars, anime, and well, reality. No More Heroes is known to go in the darker side of topics. Even though it's all a game, at some point No More Heroes will sit you down and ask you why you're enjoying it.
I want to bail, but where the hell's the exit? There's no way out, is there? No getting out, right bro?
That's right. All we can do is keep running.
Then let's find that exit they call paradise.
Is it because you like violence? Is it because you have nothing better to do? The series will get real with you quick. With Travis Strikes Again, Suda51 takes a retro approach, having 7 separate worlds in an arcade-style presentation. The game even goes as far as to have absurdly detailed dialogue bubble art to represent the character, like with the original Mega Man. Oh, you thought he was a little boy? No, he's actually a 30-year-old man holding a gun. The graphics themselves have been modestly upgraded for the Switch iteration. The world of Travis Strikes Again looks a lot more realistic than its predecessors, with reflections coming off the pavement, Travis's new purple jacket having realistic shadows and shine. Everything in Travis Strikes Again looks a lot more pristine. The level of detail is not the only thing that changed drastically. Instead of the camera being over the shoulder like the original No More Heroes games, it remains stationary above Travis's head, almost like the classic GTA games, but not quite. And also, when talking to a character, they speak in a mixed or different language, resembling the sound effects that characters make in Killer 7, effectively making everything a lot more bizarre. Not even Travis speaks English, so in a sense the game doesn't really have voiceover dialogue, but the classic sound effects of No More Heroes is still there. So it remains to have its identity intact. As for the gameplay, each character has 4 different customizable abilities to select from, which is already more in-depth than the original No More Heroes. Some abilities showcased being psychic powers, environmental force fields to keep enemies away from you, and I guess keeping enemies away would help if they're overwhelming you, but it would help to have a gun in this game just like you did in Fury. And the stages seem linear for the most part, looking like some kind of endless highway, rarely with any branching paths, in the first world at least. And when entering the first boss battle, it introduces them with a dialogue box and a quick animation. Unlike Fury or even the original No More Heroes games, there's no voice acting or cutscene to provide any exposition, just a dialogue box. Nonetheless, the gameplay is fast-paced, and so are the enemies. You'll be spamming the attack button to swing your beam katana, just to get them off you, and it kinda looks funny sometimes since the action is so close range, while enemies try desperately to punch or throw objects at you. And something to note, there is co-op in Travis Strikes Again. Your partner's name is Bad Guy, the father of a fallen enemy from the first No More Heroes, called Bad Girl.
This is insane!
And with that said, Bad Guy doesn't seem to have a definitive voice actor. His voice just sounds like a deeper version of Travis's when in-game. I hope they give him a different voice at some point. The retro/realistic style in Travis Strikes Again looks amazing and exactly what you'd expect from No More Heroes, but this definitely feels like a mini version of a No More Heroes game, like something that could have came out for the 3DS, if I'm being honest. Since it's on the Switch, it does look amazing, but the gameplay style and presentation is still limited from what I saw. It's not disappointing, just different. It still looks like a great co-op game. There is an adventure mode, so we'll see how that turns out later this year. The No More Heroes series has been great overall, and more than anything I respect its creativity. This sequel or spin-off looks no different in terms of creativity, and let me know what you think about it. And if you remember the older No More Heroes games, let me know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Later.
You win!
It's finally over. Can't a guy get some privacy? At least when he's taking a dump?
I'm afraid not. These fights don't work like that. It's time to die, Mr. First Rank.
You gotta be shitting me!